Hi guys, I'm Tobi One Animations. Before this video starts, I'd just like to thank all of you guys for we've almost hit 1,000 subscribers. I'd never thought we'd get this far so quickly, and I'm really excited. Last time I checked, we were at like something like 855 or something like that. And I'm just really excited. I couldn't have done it without you guys, obviously. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to animate punching in stick nodes. So the kind of punch I'm going to be animating is one where the guy is firmly rooted on the ground. He's going to derive power from pushing this leg backwards and up to give himself some lift, and he's going to lunge forward with this arm and hit. So let's get started. So, firstly, position your character like this. You don't have to use this character. This character is just one I created. It's the regular stick figure base, which comes with stick nodes. However, I've changed all the thickness of the segments from 50 to 40. And it just gives a thinner version of the base, which I like. You don't need to use this, I just use it because I like it. Anyway, so position your character, if you're following along, like this. Have his legs slightly bended, have this leg coming down and pointing at the ground. This is where this is his stance. And bend his back and have his arms ready in a ready position. Then we are going to add a frame. And in this frame, we are going to bring him down and back at the same time, like this. Not too much though, actually a bit more. Then we're gonna bend his leg like this, push his leg out like this. Then we are going to bring this, make this leg stretchy, and we're gonna bring it up, and then move his leg like this. Bring it down a bit actually, and then move this arm downwards and point it up like this, and then move this arm backwards. This is where he's going to be preparing to bring bring the shadowed arm backwards to prepare for the punch. Then we're going to bend his back a little bit. Then we're going to add a frame, and in this frame he's going to go further backwards. He's going to, go further backwards. Then he's going to bring his leg out like this and have his foot, make it stretchy, have his foot on the floor like this. Then we're going to bring this leg down and bring it like this. Actually, I think for this frame we're going to move this like this so it doesn't jitter around. Yep. Then we are going to, bend his back a little bit and move this arm forward. This is going to be his, basically, charge up for the punch. Because when you punch in real life, you don't always just go immediately into the punch. You bend your back, twist it a bit, and then really lunge into it. That's where you derive your power from. Then we're going to move the arm like this, bend it up like this. And we're going to bring this arm back here. Then, actually this arm seems a bit too long. Yeah, I'm good with that. Then we're going to add another frame and bring him further backwards, like this. Have his leg like this. Yep. And then bend this leg a bit and keep it down like this. I think that'll look good. Then we're going to bring his arm. Actually, I think that's a bit, yeah. So we're gonna bring his arm like this. Then we're just gonna start bending his arm. Have it like this. Then in the next frame we are going to we are going to have him go further down and just follow the same trend as the previous frames, but start having his leg straighten out like this. Then we're just going to do the same thing that we did with all the previous frames, but we are going to bend his back like this, and we're going to move this arm up here. This arm is the one that he's going to be hitting with, and we're just going to do this with his arm because he's going to wind his back to punch. Yep. Oh, by the way, this animation is going to be done at 18 frames per second with no tween at all. Then in the next frame, we are going to start bringing him forward again and upwards at the same time. And this leg is going to start to straighten out. And have this leg stay firmly rooted. And this leg is where he's going to pivot around. So we're going to have him come forward. And bring this arm forward with him. And then start bringing this arm backwards. Then in the next frame, we are going to almost completely straighten this leg out, and we're going to keep this one in the same position because he needs to pivot around it, and then bring this arm up here and bring this arm down here. Yeah, and then we are going to blur him. If you guys don't have Stick Nodes Pro, you don't need to blur him, but it adds a nice effect. And the blur is what we call a motion blur. It makes it seem more realistic because your eyes, if you wave your hand in front of your eyes, you don't see a clear image. It looks a bit blurry. And that's what we're going to simulate with this to give it a nice fast feel. Then, in the previous frame, we'll move his arm up. Then in the next frame, what we're going to do is, this is going to be the actual punch, and he's going to dip down and forwards, and actually we're going to have this leg bend because he's going to be carrying his basically his entire body weight, and have this leg completely straighten out. So this is going to be the actual punch, and it's only going to last for a frame, but it's going to have a nice effect. Take the blur down, not completely, only to about 10 or so. And then have this arm come out like this. Then have this arm like this and straighten out his back almost completely. Not 100% though, because I'd be uncomfortable in real life. And then, actually we're going to bring him forward some more, like that. Then in the next frame, we are going to save, I guess, just in case we lose it. Okay, in the next frame, we are going to, this is going to be the follow through now. You can take the blur off completely and have him bend down. This is going to be the follow through after the punch, where all the force gets distributed through his body. He's gonna bend his legs and start re-bending this leg. Yep. And bring his arm down like this and have this arm up like this. Really the follow through. Actually, I think in this frame his back should be straightened a bit more. Okay. Then in the next frame, what we're going to do is basically continue this, but do it even more. So bring him down, bend his leg like this, and start bringing this leg together. They're going to come together when he starts to stand up again. And then bend his back. I think in the previous frame we should have bended his back more. Yep, and then bend his back like this. This is basically just the follow through to the punch. And bring this arm up like this. So let me check how much we have so far. So far we've got this, and I like it. So now in the next frame, actually I think it's bend his head, yeah, as well. Then in the next frame, we are going to start to bring him back up again, because he's going to start standing up. Actually, I think we should make the knee part stretchy. So he's going to start standing up again. Have his leg bent like this, and have him start to come up very slowly again. Well, not slowly, but gradually. Then we're going to add a frame, and this is where he's going to start to unbend his back and come back up. And he's going to come up and backwards in like a diagonal angle. So have his leg like this, and have his other leg start coming closer. Actually, now his legs are starting to look short and stubby. Hold on. Yeah, that looks about right. And then we're going to start straightening out this arm and bringing this arm down. And I'm going to have him standing in like a ready position to go again. Then in the next frame, we are going to bring him back up even more. Just follow the same trend as all the previous frames. And he's going to start straightening out his back, bringing this arm forward, and have this arm like this. And start bringing his head up as well. Then in the next frame, we're going to basically do the same thing that we've done in all the previous frames. Okay, and now in the last frame, we're gonna just have him come to a slow standstill. Okay, now let's check what we've got. Yep. Actually, I like it, but at this part, I think something looks a little bit off. Yep, I think that was it. Right here. So instead of that, we'll just have... we'll just have something like this. How does it look now? Yep, that looks better. And now I'm just going to add a sound effect right here. The whoosh sound effect. There we go. Yep. And I think that looks quite good. I was gonna show you guys how to animate other types of punches and things, but I realized how long I'd been recording for and I didn't want to go over. So I'll say this: if this video can hit over, I don't know, 50 likes, yeah, that seems like quite a lot, then I'll make a part 2, because I know you guys will want it, where I'll show you how to do all other types of like attacks, kicks, combos and things. And anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this tutorial, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment on what you might like to see next, and I might make it. And share with your friends so that they can learn how to do it too. I've been Tobi Animations, and I'll see you in the next one.